Okay, so we'll be starting in just a second. I'm just warming Facebook and YouTube up. Just wait for that to happen. Okay, so we'll be starting in just a second. Just warming. Excellent, that's happening. Right, where is, there it is, no, where is it? Did I pin it at the top? I didn't think I had. I don't know what's going on with this. Hang on, let's just refresh that. I'm sure I just, yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, that's true. But I need the link. There we go. Right. Here we go. Okay, and just finally, let me just put the link to YouTube. She wouldn't do that. Put the link to YouTube here. Okay, fantastic. And I'm gonna put that at the top so that you can't miss it. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, yeah, I'll leave that on. Right, so that's happening. That's recording. That's in the right thing. Yeah, I think we're off. Okay, so welcome to The Real You, number 20. I thought it was 21, to be honest, which was going to be a landmark episode, but I guess that'll be another day. Technically, it's Easter or something, so I probably shouldn't be doing this show, but here I am. So this is show number 20. Unbelievable. And tonight, I think we're going to do, drum roll please, don't know if you can hear that or not, all or nothing and going all in. All or nothing and going all in. So what on earth, what on earth am I talking about tonight? So, a little while ago, not long ago, somebody told me that, yeah, we would get through this current situation because, humans are very good at problem solving. In fact, I think they even said that we were born to problem solve. And I'm not sure I believed that at the time. And I didn't understand the significance of it at the time either. It just sounds like a kind of a, cliche napkin idea, to try and make us, feel slightly better. But I didn't think it was kind of real or anything like that. And I I may not have had much faith in the ability of humans to problem solve. But, then the other side of that kind of came to my mind, which is adapt or die. Adapt or die. So that's kind of what's going on, because a lot of, bricks and mortar businesses are, can no longer do what they normally do. Restaurants have, closed, been told to close, to reduce, people contact for social distancing, things like that. And so what do? They're closed. So some of them have, turned to doing home delivery, takeaway kind of thing. Some of them have turned to selling their, exclusive whatevers. The example I was given was actually a beer of some sort. But normally you had to, go to the restaurant to buy the beer, but now they will, I presume bottle the beer and home deliver it to you. Obviously, and obviously, but life coaches and yoga coaches and fitness coaches, um, have turned to digital because you can't go to their studio anymore, but they can come to you digitally. Okay, so people are adapting. Okay, they're adapting, where they can. Um, some businesses are trying to ride it out. They're offering, kind of loyalty programs and super discount programs, so that if you buy now, it's only £10 instead of £100, but you're going to have to redeem it maybe in a year's time or something like that. But it also keeps that business going. So if you like that business, then maybe £10 now isn't such a bad thing, and obviously it could be a super good deal if they are going to come back, and obviously that's the big the big worry. But adapt or die. So there we are. So now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a big secret. Okay, I'm going to tell you a big, big secret, and I don't want you to tell anybody else. It's just between you and me. Okay? It's just between you and me. Basically, it is I am the biggest idiot in the world. Now, that may not be news to some of you, but it was a surprise to me. But here we go. I am the biggest idiot in the world. And it comes down to this adapt or die thing, to be honest. And not being, not using my human superpowers to do problem solving. So, I've been following the news and everything's shutting down. You can't even order, fresh food from Amazon anymore. There are, well, as far as I can work out, there are no delivery days, that are even, bookable, in the next 2 weeks. There's a big notice on the website saying, we're only going to deliver essential stuff, okay, which is basically cooking, cooking stuff, but not food. Apparently they have the food, but they can't deliver it. So anyway, and then I walk down my street, and obviously the streets are basically empty. It's like haystack city. People in you have to queue outside the shops to go in. You have to keep 2 meters distance from anybody as you're going around the aisles. All the aisles are still empty. And the big one for me was that the postman hardly ever comes, and I'm not sure how often he did anyway, but I'm very aware now that the Oldham comes. And then the big one was that my post office is shut. So that has all made me feel like like the world is shut down, and to some extent it has. Okay, so but I still think I'm the biggest idiot in the world. But it made me think that the world shut down, and it also made me think that there was no way that I could deliver stuff anymore. Okay, I mean the post boxes are still empty, so I can put things that are jiffy bag size in there, and if I don't need proof of delivery, and the customers aren't going to rip me off and say you never came, in theory I can send a jiffy bag. But anything bigger than the post box, the letter box, or the post box, or anything that I needed a signature for because it was worth more than £20 or something, couldn't seem to do, and the post office was closed. And I thought, well, that's it then. Okay, I thought that's it then. But, and here's why I'm the biggest idiot in the world. The couriers are still going. So somebody today reminded me that they were still delivering, and I said, well, how on earth are you still delivering? And they said, well, I'm using FedEx. And I thought, okay, yeah, I get that, but FedEx and UPS and whoever, are basically, pretty expensive. It's going to be like £10, delivery, at least. And, I've still got to get them to pick it up, um, or get it to them somehow, which I can't do because I don't drive. Um, so I thought that was a closed avenue. And again, I'm not really getting, any FedEx or UPS deliveries. So it didn't seem, very obvious. But 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was getting deliveries from, people like Yodel and those sort of, other courier companies. But I haven't had a delivery from them, in the last 3 weeks. So that made me think. That those options were closed to me, or that they were going to be too expensive. Because even on a £40 product, £10 of pure delivery cost is a lot. It's 25% of your gross, not even margin, of your gross turnover. So, it's not great. I mean, it was still probably survivable. I suppose I should have, just accepted that. But anyway, but then, so the FedEx comment made me, realize that other couriers are actually, rising to the challenge of this, and they're delivering. And so some of them, like FedEx, are putting a surcharge on to cover their increased costs, and maybe that's, fair enough. And it doesn't seem to be very, big surcharge. But other couriers are, waiving the need to have an account. So you can do one-offs. Other couriers seem to be making their delivery costs a lot lower than you'd normally expect. So I found one courier today who will basically deliver a smallish parcel for £3. £3. Which isn't that much more than a stamp now, because I think first class stamp, just for a letter is £1.50 or something, and this is for an actual parcel. There is a mega size limit. It can't be bigger than, I guess a meter, a meter square or something. They're talking about circumference, which I don't quite get. But anyway, 120 centimeters in one direction anyway. Which is still 3 feet something. But £3. So, £3 is certainly, probably swallowable. Certainly on, £30-40 order, it's less than 10% now, not 25%. But the point is, they're still going. And obviously they've risen up to the challenge. They're trying to make it easier. They're trying to make it, easier access. They're making it lower cost. And obviously they're, looking after their staff, unlike apparently Amazon. And, they're kitting them up. And they've got proper procedures in place to deliver stuff safely. But it's £3. So, either that's swallowable, or, I can just give, buyers the option of paying £3. Which if you want your stuff, it seems like a great idea. But that's the reality, which I hadn't even realised. It hadn't occurred to me that, whilst everyone else was shutting down and saying you can't have non-essential things like clothes, apparently they're non-essential now, then, I thought that's the way the world was. But these couriers, as I say, are rising to the challenge, and it's from £3, which it makes it viable again, to actually get things. Certainly in my country, in the UK, across the country, and and FedEx and UPS and whoever are still going, in terms of international. So it doesn't matter that the post office is closed. it doesn't matter that everyone else is saying you can't have stuff unless it's essential. It doesn't matter that Amazon can't deliver, any food at all. Okay, it doesn't matter about those people. These couriers are rising to the challenge, and they're still delivering. So obviously there's a small, or not so small. I don't know how big, but there's a risk that the government could go into total shutdown and stop the couriers. But that would seem unlikely because it'd be very major. Because then, how do we get food, through? Okay, and we can't, not have food, forever. Even 1 week would probably cause, serious, revolt, to be honest. So it doesn't seem likely that, that they're going to shut down the couriers. They may do, and I guess you have to be prepared for that. But in essence, we can still use couriers to deliver our stuff across the country for reasonable rates, and they're properly protected because these new couriers, understand it. And another courier came up who offered, basically is offering to do, Amazon FBA, but without having to use Amazon. And again, their prices are very, affordable. I mean, they're still kind of in FBA league. They still charge for storage and everything. But they're around the the Amazon FBA mark. So even if Amazon are stopping FBA, which basically they have, for anything that's non-essential, we could still sell through Amazon because we don't have to ship through Amazon now because we've got this other non-Amazon FBA company. Okay, who are basically the same kind of rate, probably a bit cheaper. It's hard to work out, everything, but basically they're there. So as I say, and I'm the stupidest person in the world. I'm the biggest idiot in the world for not working this out. It's not even really me adapting, is it? It's me thinking that the world has stopped because my immediate world has stopped. So I'm not problem solving. I'm not looking and going, well, the post office is closed. How can I still get my stuff to people? What are the other options? Are there any couriers still out there going? Are there any couriers which are affordable? And the short answer to that is if I'd looked for more than 20 seconds, I'd have found them. So that's why I'm the biggest idiot in the world. But this takes us to another point. So that's me stopping being the biggest idiot in the world now. So I'm gonna hand that title over to whoever wants it next. I don't want it anymore. Somebody else can take the reins of that one. But it takes us to the theme of the show, which is I had to look then, which is all or nothing. And it can, I guess it's related to the story I've just told you, in that I was thinking that normality had ceased, and to an extent it had, but the point is it's not ceased. It's just become less common or less available. So the post office is shut. I cannot go to the post office and send a parcel at the post office. Okay, but that didn't mean that the world had stopped, because these couriers will do it instead. And as I say, they're not price gouging. They're making it very affordable and more and easier to actually do. Okay, but my mental roadblock was things aren't normal. Everything has stopped. Okay. And so I thought I can't do anything. Okay, and I was wrong. And again, we're thinking about this social isolation thing, the lockdown. It's it was Easter weekend. Um, it's a beautiful day in the UK today, and we're supposed to be locked down, only go out for food and or exercise. So I'm thinking, oh well, that's it then. But it's a lovely day, and I was thinking, it'd be nice to go out on a lovely day, but it's socially irresponsible unless it's for those two things. Um, and and things aren't normal. So because things aren't normal and I can't have everything, I'll accept nothing. Okay, it's that mindset again, all or nothing. So I decided that was not good enough. So although I couldn't go, a long way or go, outside of my area, I did take my exercise walk and walk further than I normally walk, even when things are normal. And it was great. And I noticed, some really, nice blossoming trees, one with white kind of flowers on it, others with, purple velvet flowers on it. I went past my old primary school and then I saw a shop. God help us. I saw a shop and it had fruit and vegetables outside. And I thought, oh my God, there's a shop and it has fruit and vegetables outside and it's open, and it's just up the road from me. And but on the other hand, I'm going down the down the main road, not even the high street. And, all the big supermarkets, have still got empty, completely empty, baskets of, for fruit and veg, or very expensive fruit and veg, that is there. And so I don't, I don't understand why that is. I can't believe people are hoarding it every day, but apparently, they are. Or there's a supply glut of it somewhere, or something else. And somebody today told me that they couldn't get flour, and it wasn't because there wasn't flour, but it was because there weren't the paper bags to put the flour in. So I don't understand where all these little, supply chain roadblocks are coming from. But all I know is when I walk around the supermarkets, there's no fruit and veg, all the baskets are empty. But I walk 100 yards up the road to a corner shop, and it has fruit and veg right outside. Okay, anything that I would normally buy, and some more exotic things as well, and a quantity of them, but right there. But because I thought everything had changed and stopped, and I couldn't have everything that I normally want, I accepted nothing, and so I didn't innovate, I didn't adapt or die. Well, basically, I died. I didn't buy fresh fruit and veg anymore. I'm looking at all these, delivery companies who can deliver fruit and veg to your door, and half of them aren't taking on new customers, and the rest of them, deliver huge boxes, including stuff that I don't eat, like lettuce. I just don't eat lettuce; it's just not one of my things, and cabbage, and I don't eat cabbage and lettuce by choice, at the best of times. And why do I want a big box of stuff that includes cabbage and lettuce, which I never normally eat anyway? I mean, maybe for the quantity it's economic, but it's a shed load of money just on fruit and veg that I don't normally eat. But and so again, what do? Do I adapt? Do I learn to eat more vegetable meals? Do I start eating lettuce? God help us. Do I adapt, or do I die, do nothing, think that everything's over, and I can't get anything normal, and get depressed and fearful and all that kind of stuff about that, or do I not accept that? Do I, use these mystical human problem-solving powers that I'm supposed to have, and actually walk 100 yards up in the direction I don't normally go, and find a shop completely open, with fruit and veg right outside it, that's still open, not no shortage, everything that I would ever think of wanting. Um, uh, I don't know if they had cabbage and lettuce, to be honest. Maybe they didn't. I can't remember. But I didn't want that anyway. But everything else, bananas, oranges, mushrooms, garlic, chilies, everything that you would, everything that we normally take for granted, which that makes the world nice, basically. um, and give food flavor and all that kind of thing, and make you excited about eating again. They had it all. They had it all, and some exotic things. I think aubergines and carrots and everything. But 100 yards in another direction. How stupid am I for not trying 100 yards in the opposite direction? Well, to be fair, I don't normally go in that direction. It hadn't even occurred to me that that shop was there. Although I must have passed it, when I go and vote and stuff, but it just didn't register with me. But but it's this it's this stupid mental attitude that things are different, and we just accept that nothing is normal, nothing is available. There are no options. Okay, so we don't adapt, or I didn't adapt. And if you don't adapt, you die, or at least you don't get vegetables. And there we are. And the other thing that this applies to is that, I see a lot of people, or I've encountered a lot of people who won't start because it's not going to be perfect, or it's not going to be as big as they expect, or they're not confident that it can grow to that scale, or they don't think that they'll be great at it. So they might not bother to learn a foreign language because they don't think they'll ever be, good at it, or there's no point because they're never going to go to that country, or they'll just make excuses. They want to do it, but they're choosing not to. Okay. And I think even with in my walk today, that's this is the alternative. So you may not be able to go far away to where maybe you want to go, but nonetheless, it was a lovely day. It was a healthy walk from my sedimentary lifestyle. It was a break from four walls that that I was going to accept, and do the whole Easter weekend, right through until Tuesday, not going out at all for anything. And I just thought, no, let's do it. And as I say, I saw these amazing trees with the amazing colours and flowers on them. That's probably not the right expression, is it? But whatever they were, sprouting. They weren't just leaves anyway. Beautiful colours. In full bloom, if that's the word, and and they're right there. 100 yards from me in the direction that I don't normally go. So yes, I'm probably going to go in that direction a lot more now. But the attitude was, no, it's different. I can't have what I normally have. Therefore I'll do nothing. I won't adapt. I'll just die. And it's just that attitude again, and it's the same. As I say, with I see it in people's attitudes towards their lives and and their business and and everything, and they won't even try. So they think they won't find the perfect soulmate, so they don't try, and then they live alone, and then they wonder why they're living alone, etc., etc. So this is a really bad attitude, this all or nothing attitude. And I'm convinced and I hope you will be convinced too, that it's better to even have 1 minute of what you want. And in these examples, this isn't even about imagineering. Okay, I'm not even saying we have to imagine what it would be like, walking down a nice garden sort of thing. Okay, we can actually have that physically right now, 100 yards away. In my case, in the opposite direction to I normally go. Right there. Okay, it may not be a tree in Italy or something, but it's a really nice tree, in full bloom, which wasn't just leaves, and it's right there in front of me, and I can have that. And I had it. I took it. Rather than thinking, well, I can't have the perfect thing, I won't bother. Okay, and I think all of it is like this. And even the restricted diets that we're having now. We're not being able to buy necessarily everything that we might want. Okay, and we get depressed about that, and we feel hard done by, and all this kind of thing. Whereas in reality, we could adapt a little bit, and come up with something, some alternative, which may even be better, but certainly not, but certainly better than nothing. Okay, and that's really my point. So are you going to accept nothing because things are a little bit different, or are you going to adapt and and do something, experience something, get towards your ideal, and then when this storm is over, then things will go back together, and hopefully we'll all be a lot more appreciative of of how much we actually have, every day, and just accept. Never even questioned it. But the big point about today is, are you going to accept nothing, or are you going to adapt a little bit and do something? Okay, and it's the same with staying at home. Are you going to just grumble about that? Binge watch on TV, overeat, which we're all doing. We're not eating healthily. Or do we make the best of it? Okay, maybe we can't have fish and chips from the chip shop on Friday, but we can still make Friday as close to fish and chip shop day as we can get. Okay, maybe they're going to be, we can probably certainly still do chips, and maybe instead of fish, maybe we're going to have something else, sausage or fish fingers, or something, scampi balls. Is that what they are? Anyway, but whatever they are, instead. But we can still make it an event. We can still make it that day, and we can still look the hell forward to it because it's brilliant. Okay, or we just think, oh, well, I can't have it cooked for me exactly what I want, so I'll eat some lentils instead, and just grumble about how hard done by I am. Okay, or do we do something about it and get rid of this all or nothing attitude, and just go, well, let's get as damn close as we can right now. Let's get as close as we can, and we'll get closer and closer, and we'll adapt, and we'll learn to enjoy new things, and create new things, and create new ideas and stuff like that. So bread's has been hard to get hold of. Making your own bread, or certainly making your own rolls, it's actually not that hard. Okay, and I thought I couldn't do it because I didn't think I didn't have any yeast or anything. But then I found baking powder, which is some sort of alternative to yeast, which I managed to get. So now I can make my own my own bread and rolls. Probably rolls, to be honest. Because I had flour already. It's just I hadn't got round to to making my own rolls. And thought I'd do it later, and then of course it all goes stupid, and I can't buy yeast anymore. In fact, you can't even buy flour after time now. So you know, do you accept nothing and think, well, I can't get bread, I can't make my own bread, I just won't have bread and grumble about it? Or do you, find the corner shop that does have baking powder or yeast or whatever it is, or learn how to do it without yeast, with unleavened bread or whatever it's called, and have something. Okay, it may not be what you normally want. It may not be perfect. It may not be your favorite, but we can find other things which get as close as we possibly can. And as I say, I think it's much better, absolutely much better, to have 1 minute of what you want compared to never having what you want. And that's kind of the point where we are. Okay, the storm will end at some point. Could be a little while away. We don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know until it actually happens. But we don't need to settle in the meantime. We can get as close as we possibly can. Then I'm just going to put that in a little whatever these are called, slide, I guess. Do we get as close as we possibly can and adapt and have something? Okay, so that's basically it. So I found out I was the most stupid person on earth, and the couriers are still running, even if the post office is closed, and even if no other stupid e-com dealer can get stuff to me. I do have access to couriers who will deliver cost effectively. So screw everything. Let's adapt a little bit. Okay, it's not the post office. Big hint. Okay, but there's something else. And the same with I can't have total freedom. I can't maybe travel 50 miles to the beach or something, but I can go 100 yards in the direction I don't normally go, and really revel in a nice day and some really beautiful blooming trees, and in that process find a corner shop with actual fruit and veg, actually not in short supply, not empty boxes, right there in front of me. Okay, and there I was online trying to find somebody who would deliver it to my door, and thinking it's not going to happen. And then 100 yards in the other direction, there is a fruit and veg shop, basically, fully stocked. Just sitting there for me, waiting for me to walk past it. So, hopefully you get the moral in this. Hopefully I've inspired you to not settle for nothing and get as close to something as we possibly can. And that's it. I'm going to say good night. I don't know if I'm doing Monday or not. It's supposed to be a bank holiday, I think. So I don't know. I may skip that one, but or I may do it. I really don't know. But I'll see you next time, whenever that is. I will post on the Facebook fan page which day, if I am doing Monday or not. But otherwise, I'll see you Monday or I'll see you Tuesday. So that's it for now. I'm just going to leave Facebook running because I don't know why it keeps cutting off the end. But I am officially done now. So good night, goodbye, happy Easter. Don't settle for nothing. Get as close to something as you possibly can. See you then. Bye-bye for now. Happy Easter.